Hi gals, welcome back to another episode of Zero Waste Closet. So this week I want to dedicate the video to the more philosophical side of this channel, and that is kind of the aspiring fashion minimalist side. So you guys know I always want to make sure that the videos really speak to something that resonates with you and is a topic that is very relevant. So I really was like, gosh, what am I going to do it on this week? And I woke up in the middle of the night last night. True story. I think it was like 2 a.m. and suddenly it was like the light bulb just totally went on and I'm like, gosh, I know exactly what I want to talk about. And this is kind of like a manifesto for me. And I think for a lot of you might really help to define your approach going forward. And that is 5 minimalist maxims to live by that will really change and improve the way that you approach getting dressed. So we're going to look at each of these in turn and talk a little bit about just maybe some real life examples of how they apply. So let's go. All right, so minimalist maxim number 1 is know your personal style. And there are a couple of sort of subcategories to this too. So what do we mean by know your personal style? Well, that can mean a lot of things. That can mean knowing exactly what looks good on you, really knowing, what silhouettes look best on you, maybe knowing your own personality, just being really clear about your personal taste when it comes to getting dressed. Maybe it's knowing your body type and knowing what styles are the most flattering for you. It's being extremely clear on your lifestyle and what type of clothing really suits your lifestyle. And also it can mean having a personal uniform, which we'll come back to talking about in just a moment. So what's the problem when you don't really know what your personal style is? Well, let me tell you, I really know this firsthand, what the problem or problems can be, because I am surrounded by fabulous clothes all the time. I love getting dressed up, and I'm going to tell you, every time a box comes in, whatever is in it seems to speak to me. And this can be a real issue when it comes to my budget. Obviously, this can take me way over budget. And it also becomes a problem because it ends up as closet clutter. And if you don't know your personal style, this is exactly how you end up buying things on impulse without really a plan. You get something, you take it home, you don't have any idea what you're going to wear it with. You just happened to like it, but maybe it doesn't fit into any scheme of what is already in your closet. It doesn't really have a place. You don't know how to style it. Maybe it's not even perfect on your body type, but you just happened to love it. These end up being pieces that you just don't use, and again, lead to closet clutter. So being really clear on your own personal style is a very good way to kind of mimic how a minimalist has their approach to getting dressed and forms their or shapes their closet. And another category, I would just say like a subcategory of this, is also know your personal color palette. Know what looks best on you, because these are also the pieces, if you're not really clear on what your own personal color story is or should be, then you end up with those pieces that maybe you loved the silhouette, you loved the whole idea of it, but these are the pieces where you go to put them on at home and you just can't quite make it look right. You just don't feel great when you wear it for whatever reason. And oftentimes it's because it is really outside of your personal best color palette. So know your personal style, know your personal color palette, and then finally within this concept, have a personal uniform. And what do we mean? What do we mean by personal uniform? Well, we've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but if you have not really watched up till now, then let me explain. A personal uniform is that just kind of go-to formula where if you just don't know what to wear or you don't have the time, this is just like your easy go-to outfits. So for me, for instance, one of my, and you can have a couple of personal uniforms, but for me, one of my personal uniforms is going to be pretty much what I've got on right now. I have on a tank top, I have jeans on, and I have a shirt over the top. And that is like my easy go-to look. So if you know your personal uniform, then you know that the pieces that you are buying and accumulating fit right into that concept. They're going to be things you quickly and easily reach for. If you have no idea what your personal uniform is, then that's how you just end up accumulating all the stuff that, again, has no organizing principle. All right, let's move on to concept number 2. So minimalist maxim number 2 is dump the duplicates. And girls, you definitely know if you've been watching this channel, we have talked a lot about duplicates. We've definitely addressed this issue when it comes to cleaning out your closet. But a minimalist really knows that those duplicates are a total waste of space and they're a waste of money. So what do I mean by duplicates? I mean those things where you've got like 10 or 12 or 15. I mean, some of you raise your hand, like 30 of the same item, and they're your backups. They're your just in case items, right? So for instance, if you're a gal who loves white t-shirts, you might have 20 white t-shirts, but my guess is you're probably only wearing at the most 2 or 3 of those t-shirts. So for me, it's skinny jeans, and I might have 15 pairs of skinny jeans, but the truth is there are like 3 of them that are my go-tos. So really, I ought to dump the duplicates. Why? What's the point of dumping the duplicates? And when I say dumping, I mean, you know, either stop buying duplicates or give them away, sell them, get the money back, whatever you need to do. But why do this? Well, when I have less stuff, it makes getting dressed so much easier. I can see the forest for the trees. And let me just tell you, whenever it's time to go actually get a backup item, like let's say I've worn out my favorite jeans, chances are I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy a pair that I absolutely love that are totally up to date. I'm probably not going to go to my duplicates pile. So why amass the duplicates in the first place? And on top of it, by getting all of those duplicates, you're taking your clothing budget and you're allocating it towards something that maybe you already have. Why not save it for something special, or why not save it for a great vacation? Minimalist maxim number 3 is quality over quantity. Okay, quality over quantity. So that means actually don't be afraid to spend the money where it's worth it. I would so much rather have a few really fabulous items than a closet full of clothes from maybe one of the cheaper fast fashion retailers where they survive 2 or 3 washes and then I'm on to the next, or they just aren't looking good, or they're pilling, whatever it may be. So there are certain things, and maybe I'll make a dedicated video about this at some point, but there are certain things I think it is totally worth splurging on if it really makes a difference. So if something fits beautifully, if it's made from a really high quality fiber, minimalists know that it is totally worth investing in a really good leather bootie, for instance, or a blazer with absolutely exquisite tailoring, or maybe instead of those 10 really cheap white t-shirts, why not get a couple of beautiful ones made from organic cotton or a really high quality bamboo or something like that, where it's gonna last, it's gonna feel great on your skin, and it's gonna launder really well. So in this case, quality over quantity, minimalist maxim number 3 makes a huge, huge difference when it comes to getting dressed. Minimalist maxim number 4 is focus on the core of your wardrobe. So again, if you guys have been following me, you know I love the concept of a capsule wardrobe, and a capsule wardrobe is really like a beautiful core of wonderful quality basics that is accented or augmented each season by some maybe trend pieces or seasonal pieces, but really it's that core that follows you throughout the year. And so a good minimalist knows to focus on the core when they are buying. Don't focus on the periphery. Now, it doesn't mean you can't accumulate those seasonal pieces, but most of what you are buying, if you are a good minimalist and you really want to make getting dressed effective and easy, is you want to be focusing on getting those core pieces that you wear the most. So in my case, if I am going to buy, I'm going to buy maybe a blazer that I know I'm going to wear all of the time, or maybe a really versatile pair of sneakers or boots, maybe some different color t-shirts to layer under my blazers, things like that. And yes, I might have a floral maxi dress that I just fall in love with because it's spring and Easter's around the corner and the colors are so vibrant, and there is nothing wrong with buying those pieces. In fact, here at Chill Boutique, we have a store full of beautiful pieces like that. But a minimalist knows to not accumulate those pieces in bulk, because they will come and they will go, and the season will be gone, the trend will be gone, and then you end up again with a closet full of clothes that you're really not wearing. So focus on your core, not the periphery. And gals, minimalist maxim number 5, last but not least, is dump the suitcase and only ever travel with a carry-on. Now, you guys know I have done a lot of travel capsules on this channel. That's one of my favorite things to do. My family and I swore off traveling with suitcases and checking luggage years ago, actually, and it has been the world's most liberating experience. And any good minimalist really knows that traveling with a carry-on only is the way to go for a couple of reasons that are probably fairly obvious, but let me just reiterate what those things are. One, when you travel with only a carry-on, travel is so easy. You don't have to wait in long lines. You don't have to worry about lost luggage. And when you get to your destination, you don't have to spend an hour unpacking your suitcase. You can actually focus on your vacation versus on all of the clothes and managing all of that. It also makes getting dressed a lot easier. It is a perfect way to experiment with a capsule wardrobe, recognizing and acknowledging and experiencing that less can be more. It can actually force you to be much more creative with your outfit combinations. You'll have a much more enjoyable trip and you will save money. You won't have to pay for the checked baggage. You might not have to pay a bellboy to take your stuff up to the room. It just makes life better and easier and getting dressed way more fun. So gals, I hope that this video inspired you to live a little bit more like a minimalist and have actually a lot more fun with your wardrobe by doing so. And if anything, I hope it just reminded you of a lot of the things that you already know, but that maybe you aren't really practicing. This is a good reminder for all of us. So maybe take some notes and go through your closet, do a little life audit here and see if there are any areas for improvement. If you guys have any minimalist maxims that you live by that you think really help you when it comes to getting dressed, leave them in the comment section below. Share them with all of us, or feel free to email me at lisa@shopchillstyle.com. If you need any fill-ins for your wardrobe, of course, or any inspiration, please come visit us here in store in Fountain Hills at Chill Boutique, or jump online to www.shopchillstyle.com. If you liked this video and you want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps my metrics here. And definitely, if you have not already, please subscribe to this channel, Zero Waste Closet. That way you guys get notifications whenever new videos come out. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.